Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on the blogger site. There's an archive post thingy there, and everything is done also on Patreon for extra support. And again, any kind of updates, I go about it on the Twitter X platform. I did manage to get around doing a live stream yesterday. Yeah, we started entering the proper capital there. Now afterwards I need to decide where to go first, but probably I will have to leave the Leyndell and go to Deep Root Devs. But yeah, I'll have to check that. I need to still see some quests, how to complete them, so I don't miss out anything. But yeah, I don't know, I'll try tomorrow and between tomorrow and the day after tomorrow to bring about the VOD stuff from the weekend live streams. But yeah, and today we were going to get Jedi Survivor episode, and tomorrow a Mutineer Zero Road to Eden. Yeah, again, live stream schedule is always finicky. As a freelancer, I don't have a fixed work schedule, so when I have time later at night to get around and doing some live streams, I will do it, and I will let everybody know on the Twitter. Not much happening because it's Monday. Still some interesting stuff came up during that. I'm not sure if I think some of it might be from Moore's Dead. I suppose I saw something on other site. I suppose like information regarding the top tier 8000 GPUs, what it should have been if they went forward without any issues. Supposedly, so TLDR is they supposedly got we're about to have like 9 shader engines, so basically 50% more than the 7900 XTX, basically, which would be very interesting. Given that that at I think the 7900 XTX, because it has like two what they call CCDs, so it's free shader engines, I think they are called, per CCD, so basically makes 6 shader engines in total. And the way the formula goes, because it got a weird formula, it gives around the 96 compute units, from what I understand, because every shader engine has X amount of whatever it is. So it's a lot of engineering talk that I don't understand very well, but I know it got the equivalent of 96 compute units on the 7900 XTX. That I know. And because it was scanned, I assume now, because now with this I understand that to have 9 shader engines, they were working on making like free CCDs, so it's basically instead of 2, which was a revolutionary, at least for AMD in terms of technology. And even that, I think that there was some rumblings before the RDNA 3 launched, that even the high-end, like the GPU that I have, the 7900 XTX, they still encounter some issues. I don't know if it is because of the Infinity Fabric or the way that the CCDs are connected. I think they were encountering some issues on artifacting and just black screens and all that jazz when they tried to unlock like the full potential. So from what I understand, they have to tone it down a little bit. So even from my perception, even the 7900 XTX doesn't perform at the maximum potential that it has, mainly because there were some issues with that. Now, I don't know exactly what it is. It was a lot of rumors and speculation regarding like how the engineering of this kind of GPUs work out, but it was very interesting to check. And then there is speculation that because the 7900 XTX has around 96 compute units, the top tier of the Navi 4 would have been, depending on the calculation, how the formula goes, could have been 200 plus compute units. So basically double in terms of compute units, which is very interesting. Then depends again how the configuration goes. regarding how they are how the formula is calculated, because in this case the Navi 41 with Navi 31 configuration, which is the 7900 XTX, could have been if each I think if each shader unit has 60 compute units, it could have been 144 compute units, which is a little bit of increase there, which is not bad. Or if depending if you got 20 compute units, if it has the same configuration of Navi 42, could have done 180 compute units. And then there was a speculation that each shader engine could encompass 24 compute units, and that will reach around almost 220 compute units. So the compute units, I think then you get the multiplier. There is a formula to find the shader compilator, something like that, that gives basically the raw performance number there. Because this is an internal, the compute units is an internal calculation of in terms of performance reference for RDNA GPUs. But yeah, this I think they found a little tricky and difficult to, I don't know, synchronize, connect, and do the R&D thing here for matching up free CCDs, because from what I understand, even the 7900 XTX, it's only have like 2 CCDs, so 2 little things here. This is a mock-up, of course, and then this, I think it's the main chip that regulates everything there. Yeah, we don't have an image here. There was like a big thing. The chip itself was around here, and then we got the 2 CCDs. So instead of being vertical, we're displayed horizontal on the chip. So one here and another CCD there. Then we got basically the main chip around here that controls everything. That is the 7900 XTX, so Navi 31 top tier thingy. And this basically I don't know, this is a mock-up, so I don't know if they're trying to do this now vertically. I don't know if there was some kind of issues on R&D that they didn't manage to fine-tune for the RDNA 4 top tier, so the RX 8000 and 8900 XTX, whatever they're supposed to call if it came out. Yeah, very interesting. That I think that's why they got these issues, trying to add another CCD basically, and trying to I don't know, synchronize. I don't know what the technical term it is, but in terms of R&D, adding that CCD introduced a lot of issues in terms of R&D. But I assume, from what I understood, that they are now going for Navi 50 series, which is basically the RX 9000, so RDNA 5. I think they just skipped the fine-tuning process, and I think they have like the building blocks, or at least the base thing to work on it, and probably they will, when the RDNA 5 comes out, we might see something more interesting with this chiplet design here, because even the RX 8000, the ones that are coming out, so the mainline thing, it's going to be monolithic dies, so it's not going to be CCD wise, it's going to be a monolithic chip that will handle the graphic part there, which is interesting. But yeah, always interesting to see what it could have been. At least we got an idea what they're trying to aim for, and we might have with that a better sense what they are going to try to achieve with RDNA 5. But this is, I don't know, 1 to 2 years away. But at least we got an idea, which is better than nothing, just being in the dark. Even though, again, officially there is no official explanation for the fact that they canceled the top RDNA 4 chip there. But yeah, at least the presumption is could have been. Again, we don't have official numbers or official documents. We got this, which is from a patch thing. It's only speculation what we can get out of this. But yeah, according to the formulations, it could have ranged from 144 compute units to around 200 compute units, which is a lot. It's basically the double in terms of theoretical performance, even though usually that might not always translate in like in-game performance there. But at least you get a better sense of the raw performance power of the GPU that they were trying to work around there. Maybe we'll see the next RDNA 5 a minimum of 200 compute units. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But until then, we got some deals from AMD. The RX 7700 XT hits a new low. I think the last time was around $400, the price that drops in terms of deals. Now it's 380. Again, I've been checking on the Tech Power Up. I think that's the site when you got the GPU database in terms of comparative performance regarding GPUs. I think they're trying to aim this price around 380-ish kind of a deal, mainly to compete with the 4060 Ti, at least the 8GB ones, because it usually goes around 380-ish in terms of price. And the 7700 XT, given that it has more 4GB of VRAM, a little bit, I think that even the memory is a little bit, I think it's a little bit faster, I'm not sure. But yeah, it competes in terms of price point, and it performs around 12% better than the 4060 Ti, and the fact that you have 4 more gigabytes of VRAM, so you can start tweaking around with 1440p gameplay there. Yeah, at least it has Gen 4 interface also for the motherboard, which is always good to see. But yeah, I think they are trying to make the 7700 XT competitive in terms with price to performance, which it just smacks the 4060 Ti models, at least the 8GB one, because in terms of price, and even in terms of the 16GB, which is I think almost $500 around there, because the 4070 Super is around $600, which is Jesus Christ. I think the 16GB is like $100 more, so should be hovering around $480, give or take, from what I understood. Even that, with that in mind, I think the 7700 XT it's a better deal, especially at this price point. I think it's a steal. And this Challenger is from ASRock, which they are pretty good. All the AIBs from AMD GPUs, they are pretty good. I don't see any kind of complaints. But if you have $10 to spare, the Sapphire usually are the better ones. You can get it for $390. Again, this is pretty good, and we might see this is going to be even better deal, mainly because there's been some inventory issues with the especially with the 4060 Ti's GPUs there from AIBs. This specific issue is at this moment in time from China mainland market, but that given that NVidia, since the 4090 kind of bans, with then launching the 7900, the 4090 Dragon Edition or whatever they are called, so a cut down version of that, and trying to focus a lot of their GPU demands on mainland China. They are already starting to see some inventory issues there, and with that you will start to see some price creeping up. They are seeing that at least 10% bump in terms of pricing, but this can be inflationated by the fact that people just want more. Before it even increases more, it can create like a vicious cycle there. And we might see this usually can contaminate the other markets, because if all the effort or the main effort of the inventories are being sent to mainland China, less inventory gets on the other markets there, and again, when you have less product, usually the price tends to increase. And yeah, even some AIB shipments have been confined as low as 50 units, which is not that much, especially even if you consider one model from one AIB brand there, it's very low units. Yeah, this might get some contamination issues on other markets. Yeah, again, NVIDIA is focused on their goddamn AI stuff there. They're seeing a lot of profits, but again, I know it's not going to be sustainable at the long term, medium to long term. because then the bubble will at worst it will pop, or at best it will stabilize, and then because supposedly they managed to create a new market, which is AI accelerators. Yeah, the Fed will go out because people will start to have AI accelerators, the companies that want those AI accelerators, and when the market is filled, because they are trying to fill the market as fast as they can, it will hit a stalemate kind of a thing there. So the market is full, so there's no need to produce more AI accelerators at the same quantities they are produced now, because there is no need to fill a market, an empty market, because the market is already fulfilled to a certain extent. So it's trying to maintain that market with new products throughout the years. That's why this huge craze of AI accelerators, it's not going to be something that it's going to be continue for the long term. Even for medium term, I give it maximum 1 year, because we got some delays in terms of delivering the AI accelerators to some companies, because the foundries are full of it, are full in terms of production capacity there. But yeah, I give it probably maybe 1 year maximum in this crazy thing there, and people will get some people will get fed up with this crazy stuff. Then when NVidia will come up again, we might see some prices coming down. But yeah, no gaming news, at least that got my attention there, like huge stuff. Got some Stellarblade shit still happening, crybabies, because they just complain with the things there. The censorship there is not good, but it's a PS5 game, so it's not very PC comprehensive. But what I have is gaming deals. We got the Ori collection on Steam, the bundle. Where is it here? 73% off, which I think is they are two good games, and they are coming up with No Rest for the Wicked. It's still the early access, but it's catching up in terms of updates and fine-tuning, and then supposedly by the end of the year they will at least add a little bit more content, especially on the story-wise there. But yes, at least these two games are overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. We got also Children of Morta on sale on Steam here, 75% off on the base game and on the complete edition. Usually I recommend the complete edition here. The difference is not that much, and you got a bunch more characters from the family there. We got also Pacific Drive. It's still on sale, 20% off. This is one of those that I will like to try out when I have time. We got also Final Fantasy VII, the remake. So this is the part 1, not mistaken. It's 50% off. We got the Nier Saga, which is the duology here, which is Nier Replicant. This is the remake version, 60% off, and also 60% off Nier Automata. This is the Game of the Year edition, basically, of the game itself. And lastly, we got Midnight Suns, 75% off on the Digital Plus edition here. On GOG, we got Alien Isolation, the collection. We still have around 1 day to get about this. 80% off, so $10. I think it's an excellent deal. And Days Gone, we still have around almost 2 days, 75%. Usually this is the price point here on Steam. And again, GOG doesn't have DRM versions of the games that he sells there, so it's always good. And yeah, basically this is what I got for you today. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do some live streams here. I'm trying to going around and do the editing and uploading of the VOD episodes, and record some more episodes for the active gameplay series. But yeah, if I will go live, I will let know everybody on Twitter. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up here for today with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. At this moment, the extra support is for me to be able to focus on a storage solution, for me to be able to get backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.